the celebration in Reggae Month. I'm going to talk about that in just a few. Don't move. Now, you see what I mean? Dennis recorded the song twice. So you see, my father had that version him like. See my version, you know? There's a reason why he went back and recorded it. This is how I became a fan. Because it's my tempo, it's my vibes, it's my energy. If it's in the more, music speaks for itself. All and pull my selector. All them things are part of the reggae music, you know. All and pull my selector. So gentlemen, tell us about the Dennis Brown celebration that's coming up. Tell us about this big Dennis Brown celebration that's taking place. Yes, you're also live on IRIJAM 360 app. You're live on IRIJAMradio.com. Live in the whole tri-state area. That means Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Connecticut, Jersey. All our ups and downs around. So everybody are listening, and some are coming down this weekend. So tell us a little bit about the Dennis Brown celebration that's happening.
Where do I start? We started the celebration from Orange Street.
From Orange Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we started with a board stage, board backdrop, and so forth. You know.
Board stage and board backdrop?
Yeah, man. About 13, 14 years ago.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it, on that stage, we had some of the biggest artists in Jamaica who used to perform. Do you remember Barris and John Holt was on stage with his first one? And I remember Barris saying, boy, this have to go on every year.
Wow.
The Marleys, over the years, you know, and we just cook food, good style, and soup, and it was really Dennis style.
Yeah.
But, well, fortunately, it got so big that Orange Street couldn't take it anymore. So we were forced to take it on the waterfront.
Okay.
Downtown.
Wow.
Which is still downtown.
Right.
And it has grown, you know, we're expecting 30,000 people this year. And it has grown. Now, the incredible thing about this event is that, arguably, but for me,
yeah,
I don't think we could achieve what we've achieved with this event with any other artist. The reason is, Dennis was really what you call a really true crown prince.
Yeah.
And as you know, Bob is a king.
Yeah.
The king is always the one who gets the respect. But Dennis as a prince, you know, the mothers them love the little, but don't care what kind of mistake them make. The prince is always the prince.
Right.
Well, you can relate that to this because people just love Dennis Brown because of his personality. Yes. It doesn't matter what he does to you, and he once he's in front of you and give you that smile, you know, you just quail up and you forget everything about it. You know, Dennis was... Let me explain something about Dennis also. I managed him at one stage, and I was like his father over the years. Look, I took him to England when he was when he was 17 years old, and I released his first record, No Man Is an Island, because I used to release all the studio and stuff in Britain and all that kind of stuff. So I know him from my little boy.
Right.
And when he actually toured, the first time he toured was 1973.
Wow.
I came to England, and he was there with Toots and the Maytals and so forth on that tour. And he became 18 in England because he stayed until February.
Wow.
And as a manager, I used to be so mad with him, and anybody who managed him was also always be mad with him because he never follows the rule of our artists should behave himself in terms of not recording for this one, not recording for that one, and so forth.
Hence why we got so many recordings.
That's why you have so many recordings. But you see, now I can look back at it and see why.
Oh my
because
gosh.
he was the type of artist that, you know, if you're not doing well, and you know, he will give you an album. So that's why so many people have so many recordings of him, because he will just give you an album to help you.
I want you to hold that thought, because we could take a short commercial break in New York, and they need to hear this history that we don't, they're not in books yet. They're not in, I'm an old school person, they're not in any encyclopedias. we can't Google this information. So we need to get it from, as we say, the horse's mouth. So don't move. Stay right there, sir. We're going to come right back. New York City, do not touch the dial. We're live from the legendary BigYard Studios. I'm a brethren also just walking. Yes, Dubmaster, I'm not even going to call his name. A friend of yours from back in the days in Long Island. Now, Chris, great conversation we're having about the big Dennis Brown celebration which takes place this weekend here in Jamaica. And speaking to someone that not just knew Dennis Brown, that was on the road with Dennis Brown. And he's sharing some stuff that you don't see in the books. You don't see in the encyclopedias. You can't even Google that kind of information. And I wanted to ask a question though. If I was to ask you, name 3 things that comes to mind when you think of Dennis Brown off the top of your head, what would the 3 things
3
be?
things, not 3 songs.
Not songs, 3 things.
Yeah.
Not songs. I won't go to the
No, please don't ask
songs
that. Yeah.
But 3 things that would come to mind when you think of Dennis Brown today, 2020, as we celebrate Reggae Month.
His humility, one, big on that.
Yeah.
You know, I did many shows with him.
Right.
And, you know, he was known to, because I used to produce Sunsplash.
Right.
So, doesn't matter, people would wait because he would come on at Sunsplash 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. And you would have 40,000 people in the audience. And nobody would move. They would sleep on their reggae bed.
Yes.
Right? Other artists performing and they listen, but they're waiting for Dennis. And then before he comes out, you know, he starts, "Here I come," right? And once he says, "Here I come," it was such a beautiful sight to see 9 o'clock in the morning in the sun with everybody standing up from their reggae bed in the sunshine and would stay on their feet, rocking till 11 o'clock in the morning, listening to Dennis Brown in the sun.
Wow.
So I can't forget that. There's another show that we did in London when we did the first Sunsplash in London at Crystal Palace, 1984. Wow. There was a film of that.
You know, I used to play for Crystal Palace under 13s.
You really?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Right, so you know the ground well.
My neck of the woods.
So you know the ground well.
Yes.
And we did, that was the first time we were doing a really major show.
Wow.
In England, and it was about 35,000 Sunsplash in the sun. And the Black Uhuru, Scatterlights, big artists that was on that show. And he did a show with Sly and Robbie with Black Uhuru.
Yes.
I think this is one of the last shows that Black Uhuru did with Sly and Robbie. And it was just a magical show that we have it on film. But I remember him coming out in white, and he did one of the most fantastic shows that you've ever seen. Because, you know, it was also his hometown, second home.
Okay, yes.
Because he lived there. Yeah. So those things kind of stick in my mind. Okay. And but most of all, take away the music side of it.
Yes.
You know, I just think that he's the best singer. And even Bob used to say that. Yeah. He was just naturally a talented singer. And I'm not people talk about reggae singer. I'm not talking about reggae singer.
Yeah. Singer.
A singer.
Yes.
Okay. But it just is humility.
I hear you. What do you want to say to the fans that are coming into Jamaica for Reggae Month and the show that's taking place, and the shows that we got coming on this weekend?
Well, for the Dennis, which is Sunday, Sunday the 23rd, the Dennis Brown show downtown is one that it's if you could say a show is enjoyable. Right. I'm not talking about just the audience. I'm talking about the music business fraternity. Right. The backstage area.
They're coming together.
Yeah, those who are performing and those who are not performing. Right. Is there to celebrate Dennis. Right. So, yes, everybody wants to perform, but everybody can't perform. Right. So the backstage area is just a magical area of the music business players getting together to celebrate Dennis Brown. Right.
Now, is there a website or an information number you can share with us that one can go to?
Yes, man. It's on the Reggae Month app.
Okay.
You can get all the information on the Reggae Month app. You know, because that also has because on the 23rd we're doing, Jamaica is really an exciting month in February.
Yes.
And we're going to take that to the rest of the world.
I hope so.
Because we're doing 14 events in England.
Okay.
this year.
Great.
And next year, I think that's going to be 25. And, you know, the idea is really to take Reggae Month around the world.
Okay.
So that the people of the world
Amen.
can enjoy this music, and it would be the only genre that can boast that we're celebrating Reggae Month around the world for 1 month.
Okay.
And that will help us now with media houses like yourself.
Yes.
Also, to understand that this groundswell is from the people, just like how we use sound systems.
Yes, man.
To build the music,
yes, man.
We have to do it that way. We have to bring it from the ground. That is, we force the media houses,
Amen.
we force the record companies
yes.
when they see the power of this music. Because
Amen.
we're taking it to Africa too.
Amen.
So we are going to be celebrating Reggae Month around the world.
Right.
And see our new chairman, he's young, so he's going to take up the baton, because I might be around to see everything. But even if I'm around, I want to be just enjoying it. And this is why we have young people like you on,
yes,
and on the board to understand this, understand the responsibility, because it is a responsibility.
Yeah, man.
Okay, that goes with this music, because it's the only music gave birth to the spirituality.
Right, well, thank you so much for sharing this information with us. Royan, before we change gears a little, is there anything else you want to add? Because, you know, I just heard him saying that it's Reggae Month.
It is.
But we need it to continue.
Absolutely.
And even though it might not be dubbed Reggae Month in March,
right,
you're laying the groundation and the foundation and kicking up, like the whistle just blew this month.
Absolutely.
The ball game continues in March,
April, May, right back around till next year this time.
How can the reggae lovers abroad get more involved?
Now, there are several ways. All right, one, stay connected through the Reggae Month app, stay connected through the Jaria's website,
right, stay
connected through with us on social media, right, on Instagram and Facebook and so on. Share with us what you would like to see.
Yeah.
We have a whole host of Jamaican artists, of Jamaican technicians who we are trying to train, who we're trying to give resources, whether legal resources or technical resources, to improve their craft. So stay connected with us, because these artists and these artisans also need to be exposed to the rest of the world.
Amen.
So they can take mentorship, we can take performance and employment opportunities, all of these things. You can, you know, when we have symposiums and we have conferences, invite us, we will invite you. Let's make it a global conversation all the time. I mean, this week we're having Reggae Open University. This is a series. The Reggae Open University series is usually held in the month of February by Jaria. We're planning, Jaria has already put plans in place to have Reggae Open University all year long.
Wow.
That's the first thing. Good. And of course, we take the discussion, the academic discussion, the practical discussion out into the field. Wow. Good. This week we're having it at the University of the West Indies through the Institute of Caribbean Studies. And you know, the Institute of Caribbean Studies has been talking about reggae. It also houses the Reggae Studies unit. So they've been talking about reggae, delving into it deeply, studying it to make sure that we have a whole new cohort of Jamaicans who can manage, who are into artist management, who are into creative management, who understand intellectual property. So that's a whole infrastructure, a whole ecosystem that we're preparing to make sure that we take our rightful place.
All right, well, let me say this. We definitely want to be a part of it. We want to be a part of getting the word out there.
Absolutely.
We thank you for taking time out. You've been on the road from morning. I watch you on TV.
From 6 o'clock.
We thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here with us.
It's a pleasure, man.
I'll definitely be in the park on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Tell them the app again. Tell them to download
Reggae
the app.
Month Jamaica. Whether you are an iOS or you're an Android,
right,
Reggae Month Jamaica is the app. Jump on to Jaria. Reggae Month Jaria is our Instagram page,
right,
or Reggae Month JA, which is the ministry's Instagram page. Jump on to both.
All right.
Good.
Brethren,
stay with us. Stay in touch.
Yes, definitely. And we'll be in the park on Wednesday.
Maximum respect.
And we'll be in the
it's
park.
going to be a
this
great show.
Too, man.
The show is also going to be streamed live, so we'll let you know the link as soon as.
By the way, I watched it last week.
Excellent. Did you also watch it before?
No, I watched last week because I heard your interview.
Yes.
And this is the power of radio. Like I said, communication is so important.
Absolutely.
I heard you on the radio last week when I was in New York.
Yes.
And I logged on and watched
Excellent.
the show. So, Bridget, you're doing a great job. I like the fact, and we always say this, for the team to continue, you have to bring in the youth. You have to bring in younger minds and different thoughts. And together with those that kicked down the door,
that's right,
with those that paved the way, now we have young.
100% real when you see me in a me one class. 100% real.